lungo e disteso t'hanno trovato con 4 colpi piantati nel petto, a tradimento t'hanno sparato.
38 years ago, in 1971, the LP Terra in Bocca, Soil in the Mouth, Poetry of a Murder, signed the beginning of the golden era of Italian progressive. Oddly enough, while prog's lovers all around the world seem to know about this amazing LP, on YouTube the whole album has been posted from a Canadian user. In Italy, national censure shouted its mouth shortly after it came out. Not hard to reach the reason why. In spite of 72's Godfather, at the time mafia was an untouchable subject for national mass media. Pretending not to see was the best way.
Mettete i fiori nei vostri cannoni.
I Giganti were a very popular beat band composed by Loy-voiced drum player Enrico Maria Papes, Checo Marcella on keyboards, and the De Martino brothers Mino and Sergio as guitar and bass. Their points of strength were vocal harmonies. They all sung in different tones. Plus, Mino De Martino used to write Giganti's songs, which in fact distinguished them from the rest of Italian beat band, which at the time basically lived by translations of Anglophone covers.
Sono solo per la strada e penso che la vita non mi ha dato.
And before the Terra in Bocca affair, another tune of them has been stopped by national censure. It was called Me and Mr. President, Io e il Presidente. The lines under charge were the following: in a free country, I like the fact that even if today I'm nobody, tomorrow I may be president of our republic. I Giganti believed in music as a powerful way to change society. They were not exactly in line with Italian '68 protest movement, too loud, too linked to rationalism and Marxism to attract them. Me and Mr. President has been the first sign of disillusion, but young and naive Giganti wanted to believe in the common belief they shared with angry young men of that time. A change was possible. The plot: we are all in a small village in Sicily. There's a corpse, a young body stretched at full length. His best friend, played by Sergio Di Martino, describes him. Flashback: a journalist sketches the village.
Sono solo 100 case, tutto il paese.
It's a nice little village with a huge problem. Walter is under control of a couple of families. Between those families there's a war. Don Vincenzo, one of the patriarchs, sells water through a carter, but it's really expensive, 10 lira the glass, a fortune. So women and men have to walk a long way to come and go to take water somewhere else. And there's a man, Colo Gersonino, played by Checo Marcella, who can't stand it anymore. He's a farmer, and his harvest and his animals are dying without water. Back to the present. Best friend describes the funeral of the corpse we had at the beginning. It's a hot, sunny Sicilian day. People are crying and a young girl is feeling sick. Flashback. The young girl was the dead man's girlfriend. They should have got married in a week. The funeral. Best friend cries remembering the innocence of the young friend he has lost. Then cries with the young girl, widowed before being wife, pitying his love, trampled, wounded and killed. Flashback. Calogero Sonino enters and sings with anger. Men under the families which have the control of water threatened him not to do what he wants to, that is, look after the water in his own fields. Wounded in his honor, Sonino tells them a lie. I found water and I'm going to give it to everybody for free. Threatening starts. Days after this speech, Sonino finds his donkey killed, his barn on fire and his vineyard cut. He's not scared though, not scared to give his own life for the sake of the village. But he could not imagine that the next target would not be his life but the life of his young son. Father sings, when they found your body without shoes and without life, into your mouth still wide open, as if you were to yell for help for the last time, there was found soil, not breathing. Soil in mouth, same as stone in mouth, is a typical mafia sign, means you understood who we are. And broken Calogero Sonino, although he keeps repeating to himself, who should I blame for this dead son, knows perfectly well the answer. Then he starts to think, and makes his decision. He goes out and shoots the one who killed his son, then goes to the Carabinieri and confesses everything. The journalist reads us his article in chronological order. Calogero Sonino asks for his son to be buried in his field. The day of the funeral, while they were digging a hole to put the coffin in, water comes out. Mino de Martino sings one of the closing scenes, the lament of the young dead boy. Then Sergio de Martino closes the narration by retelling all his narrative bits all together. Terra in Bocca, like it's a hero, still lies on the ground, stretched at full length, so far.
T'hanno sparato senza neanche darti il sospetto. Ora tu giaci senza le scarpe.